Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome again to another one of our at-home workouts for seniors. In today's session, we're going to do a more generalized workout. That means that I'm not going to prioritize your shoulders or your legs or your core. It's going to be a session for the whole body today, and you don't need any equipment whatsoever, not even that expensive broomstick that I often like to use on my sessions. So without further ado, let's get started with a nice gentle warm-up. I'd like for you to start by taking your arms and reaching as far out as you can with each arm. Don't just spread them out. Actively reach to the wall on the left. At the same time, actively reach to the wall on your right. And then pull your shoulders back and down. Pick your chest up. Look up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, I'd like for you to bend the knees and push your hips back. Breathe out. Cross those arms over so you don't have to go very low for this at all. Open up your wingspan again as you rise. Take a nice deep breath again. Take a moment to reach actively to your left and right. Breathe in deeply. Fill up your lungs. And then slowly breathe out as you fold the hips. Bend the knees slightly. We'll do that one final third time. Open up the wingspan. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Now I'd like for you to take your arms and create a 90-degree angle in the arms. I'd like for you to put your elbows as close as you can get them. And then open them up. Separate your elbows. Open up your top line. And as you open up your top line, I'd like for you to rotate your hands and forearms back at the same time. So open up our elbows and wingspan and then pull those hands as far back as we can. I'll just stand closer for a moment so you can get a better visual. Open up the wingspan and actively rotate the forearms backwards. Just hold that position for a moment for a breath in. And then as you breathe out, I want you to fold or stretch the shoulders forwards. Reach forward with the arms. It's okay to have a rounded back here. Reach, reach, reach. Now your shoulder blades should be separated. Then we'll take a deep breath in again. Open up your elbows. Pull those hands as far back as you can. Breathe in. And then reach forwards again for one third and final time. Pull the elbows back. Open the wingspan. Pull the hands back. Rotate those arms. Breathe in and then just hold it for a moment. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing in and out. But hold the position in the arms. And then you can relax. Now, if that movement is difficult for you, you can do a similar movement with your elbows a little bit lower down, but you get a little bit more benefit if you can open up the wingspan with your elbows higher up. Now I'd like for you to keep your hands on your hips, and we're going to rotate or twist as far as we can to the right. That means our legs have to move, our hips have to twist, and we can do a little extra through our waist. Now, if for whatever reason you can't twist through the waist, just go as far as you can through the legs, pick up your left heel, and then rotate through the foot as well. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We're going to rotate as far as we can to the left, and if you want to get additional rotation without twisting through the waist, you can pick up the right heel, pivot on the foot, and rotate as far as you can to the left. We'll do that twice more on each side. So all to the right, and then all to the left. Notice how I do this at a slow, even pace. All to the right, and then all to the left. Perfect. Let's do a little bit of single leg work here, warm up our feet. I want for you to hold onto a chair on your right hand side first of all. And then I'd like for you to stand on your right foot. And then I'd like for you to swing at a slow or moderate pace your left leg all the way forward with a mostly straight leg and all the way back. Now, some of you might be able to get a small swing like this. Some of you might be able to get a much larger and higher swing. Regardless, choose what is best for you. We're going to do a multiple of let's do 9 for these, so we'll start from 0 count all the way up to 90 and 9 and back again on the other leg. So let's start forward first, 0. While you do this, especially if you're holding onto a chair 9, try to keep a good posture. 18, don't let yourself fold forwards or backwards. 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, and 90. Good. Now that's going to stretch out the muscles in the front of the left hip and work the muscles in the back of the left hip and your glutes. But you'll probably feel it more so on the muscles on the standing leg. That's normal. Let's switch to the other side. I'd like for you to stand on your left foot and swing your right foot or whole right leg as far forward and backward as possible, counting backwards from 90, 81, 72, 63, try to hold good posture here, 54, 45, 36, 27, 18, 9, we'll do one more, 0. Whew, good. So by now your hips should be nicely warmed up and your feet as well. Let's just push that chair to the side for a moment. I'd like for you to reach out to the side with your right arm, and I'd like for you to tilt your head to the left. And by tilt, I mean lean it to the left. Don't rotate it. We're going to tilt it as far as we can to the left. Then take your shoulder, your right shoulder, pull it down. Keep it actively driving down. Drop the right arm slowly so that you can feel an intensification of that stretch running down from behind your ear, down the right side of your neck, in towards your shoulder, and just hold that in for 3 deep breaths in. All together, we'll take a deep breath in, and a slow breath out. And a second deep breath in, and a slow breath out. And one more deep breath in, and a breath out. Now we'll do the opposite side. Let's reach out with the left arm, tilt our head to the right, and slowly drop the left arm. As we drop the left arm, of course, we're thinking about pulling that left shoulder down. We can increase the tension down the left side of the neck. And we'll take 3 deep breaths in and out, starting from 1, 2, and 3. Good. I'd like for you to look as far as you can to your right. And then I'd like for you to look as far as you can to your left. Look once more time as far to your right as you can. And for the last time, as far to the left as you can. Wonderful. I'd like for you, if you can, to raise your right arm as high up as you can. So I'll do this in profile for you. Some of you may have to stop here. That's all right. Stop wherever you have it. If you have discomfort, don't go past the point of discomfort. And then our left arm as high up as we can. Our right arm up. And by the way, if you have some really light dumbbells, like 1 pound or 2 10-pound dumbbells, you can always utilize those right now. It's not necessary. But if your shoulders already feel good and you want the extra challenge, you can certainly do that. I'm just going to do 5 or 6 on each side. Just follow along with me. Get them up as high as you can. And then one more. Good. Now a little extra work for your rotator cuff muscles. I want you to reach out with your arms. I'm going to stand closer so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to rotate my arms as far back as I can so my thumbs face up. And I'm going to pull my shoulders back and down. And I'm going to continue to rotate those arms as far back as I can. And then at the same pace, we're going to reverse that rotation. We're going to turn the thumbs down. And we're going to allow our shoulders to roll forward. That's okay. So we'll twist back and pull the shoulders back and down. We'll twist the arms forwards and let the shoulders hunch up a little bit. Let's do that 5 times from here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So your shoulders are nicely warmed up. We did a little bit of work for your rotator cuff muscles. Now let's go back to your legs, your feet, and your hips. Make sure that you've got a chair close by or a wall. That should be on your right-hand side. We're going to stand on our right leg. We're going to do a hip opener. So we're going to open up or lift our left leg, or just the left knee. We're going to send it out to the side, and then we're going to drop it down. And we'll repeat and reverse. So lift up the leg, drop back in, and drop it down. That's 1 of 5. Now as we do these, if you feel like you can't lift your leg up as high as I can, just follow along at my pace, this is number 2, then just don't raise your knee up as high up. I mean, there are 2 components to this. That's number 3. There's the rotational component. This is 4, where I rotate my knee and my femur and my foot. And the final one, there's the knee lift, the leg raise component. So if you can rotate more, rotate as much as you can. If you can lift your leg up higher, lift that as much as you can to the best of your ability. And don't worry if you can't lift the knee high up, or if you can lift the knee up but you can't rotate the leg very much. Just do your best. This is something that we should be doing on a regular basis, and it's something that you will get better at over the course of time. You don't have to be great at it at any one particular point in time. So now let's stand on our left foot. Holding the chair on our left side, we're going to raise the right knee up, open the leg up and out to the side, and drop it down for 1. Bring it back in reverse. Excellent. This is 2. Wonderful. Bring it back in reverse. This is 3. Good. Bring it back. Take your time. We're not in a rush. 4. In fact, this one is better if you do it slowly because you have to spend more time supporting your body weight on one leg. I've got 1 more. This is number 5. All right, way to go. So that's a little bit of rotation of the legs, of the femurs, so that involves our glutes, and rotation of the arms and shoulders, that involves our rotator cuff muscles. So we've done a little bit of work top to bottom. I'd like to finish up our standing work with some what we call lateral movement, which also involves key muscles in your hips that support your knees, your feet, and your hips and your spine. We are going, this is one of my favorites, we're going to hold the chair in front of us. You can hold on to the chair, make sure it's right in front of you. We're going to raise our right leg as high up and as far out to the right-hand side as we can. We're going to swing our left arm out to the side and raise it up as high as we can. We'll do that for another multiple. That multiple will be 2. We'll make it an easy one. I think it's been a while since I've counted that one. We'll start at 0. Take your time here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I know you're probably feeling it on your standing leg. 20, that's okay. Okay, shake your left leg out. Whew. Shake your right leg out. Get yourselves back in position. We're going to count back from 20. This time, our left leg opens up and out to the side, and our right arm swings up and out. We're going to count back from 20. 18. 16. 14. 12. 10, 8, 6, 4, we're getting close to the end here, 2, and 0. Wonderful. You can now have a seat in your chair and go ahead and rest those legs and hips. Next, what I'd like to do, since we've done some lateral movements, some sideways movement of our legs, I'd like to work a little bit of the muscles in the front. So the muscles in our thighs and in front of our hips, so our quadriceps and our hip flexors, to name a few. We are going to grip the chair at its sides with our hands. We're going to lift one knee and we're going to do a bicycle action. Now, if you have to lean back, go ahead, but that makes it a little bit easier. If you hold yourself upright, it's quite a bit more difficult. And then it's more difficult still if you pick those hands up, whether they're up over your head or ear level or shoulder level, regardless. That is the most difficult version. So I'd like for you to choose what version works best for you and work your way up over the course of time. Every time you repeat these, see if you can level up. We're going to count a multiple of 3, and we're going to do a pedaling backwards. So we're trying to get back to the house. We're trying to ride the bicycle backwards. So starting from 0, it's a multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. Now, if this is really difficult for you, 15, you can do smaller actions. 15, 18, 21, I better be careful here, 24, 27, and 30. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing with the left leg. We're going to pedal backwards and count backwards from 30. Starting from 30, 27, 24, 21, 18, no rush for these, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, and 0. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to get you to stand up again, and for those of you who are in my regular class, when we have the live sessions, don't worry, I'm now going to have you sit back down again. We're not going to do squats today, if that's what you're thinking. I'm going to get you to do a little bit of work for your feet now. So let's turn our toes out. We're going to put our heels together. And what I'd like for you to do is keep your legs straight. If you need a chair for balance, go ahead and use it. We're going to raise up onto the balls of our feet as high up as we can, and we're going to just pause for 2 seconds. 1, 2. And then we're going to drop down. This is the fun part. We're going to pick up the ball of the right foot, ball and toes. And then we're going to drop it down. We're going to rise up again. We'll count 1, 2. We'll drop down and pick up the ball of the left foot. We're just going to continue in that vein. You can follow along with me. We'll do 10 of those. This is number 2. Rise up. Now I have my hands in my pockets now because it makes my balance a little bit more challenging. That's 3, 4, but you can keep holding on the chair if you like, or you can make it a little bit more challenging. 5 by reaching out with your arms, or reaching forward with your arms. This is 6, 7. Hey, I'm talking and counting at the same time. I may be miscounting, so if we do a few extra repetitions, that's 8. I hope you don't mind. 9, nice slow pace, pause at the top. 10, I must have miscounted. Let's do one more for the left foot. Excellent. Shake those legs out. I'd like for you to have a seat one more time, and we'll stay in our seat this time. Good. I'd like for you to either put your hands together, so actually grip the hands together and hold them overhead, or at least hold them out in front of you if you can't raise your arms all the way. Or you can hold on to a ball. That's even more difficult, believe it or not, than putting your hands together. Once you have your hands in position, whatever position they're going to be in, I'd like for you to open up the stance of your feet so that you've got some support, because we're going to do a little bit of a lean to the left and a lean to the right. So let's get those arms up. We're going to just reach our right arm as far to the left as we can. Notice I'm not really leaning much. Not yet. We'll do a little bit more of that later. If your hands are low down, pull your right arm as far to the left as you can. Now all together we're going to pull our left arm as far to the right as we can. For those of you who have your arms fully overhead, which is the preferred position, that's the complete version, it would look like this. We're going to do that 5 times in each direction. That was 1. This is 2. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This is 3. Breathe in and out. In and out. This is 4. Breathe in and out. And in and out. We've got one more. This is 5. Breathe in and out, and in, and out. This guy's wondering who the heck I'm talking to right now. We have a very busy household here. We have people coming in and out of the door all the time under normal circumstances. So the cats are very, very used to having lots of people inside. So he's just very confused why I'm sitting alone in a room talking to no one. Now I'd like for you to keep that wide stance of your feet. We're going to do one more to complete our session. We're going to let our arms dangle to our sides. We're going to try and reach towards the floor with our right hand. And notice I say towards the floor. That means if you can touch the floor, touch it. But if you can't, don't worry about it. The point is to get a stretch through the left side of our torso. Now we're going to come back to neutral and reach down to the floor with our left hand. And come back to neutral. We'll do that 4 more times. To the right and to the left. That's 2. And I like to take breaths in as I dip down and out as I come back. That's 3. Breathe in and out. And in and out. And the final one for good measure, to the right, breathe in and out. And to the left, breathe in and out. Wonderful. Now, we did a lot of work for our glutes today, and I do a lot of hamstring stretches at the end of these sessions, so today we're going to do another glute stretch. And lately I've been showing you a method to do this stretch without necessarily putting your foot all the way up onto the opposite thigh. So if you feel like it hurts your back or it's really uncomfortable, it's an incredibly uncomfortable stretch for your hip to actually place your ankle on your opposite thigh, then just find a step stool and put your foot up onto that. The idea is that we are what we call externally rotating the legs. So we're stretching out the medial glute, gluteus medius. And then once you have that position, then you can grab your shin or your knee, pull your posture upright, and then just lean forward if you need additional stretch. If you already had a stretch in the initial position, then you don't need to move at all. Until you feel it right in the hip, right at the top of the thigh bone. You might feel it in the low back as well. Let's all take 3 deep breaths in together for 1, and a slow breath out. And 2, and a slow breath out. And 3, and a breath out. Wonderful. Let's switch legs. Every time, by the way, that I'm taking a breath in, I don't always say it, although I often do, I want you to take the deepest breath in that you can. I'd like for you to fill up your lungs. Now let's lean forward or get into whatever position you need to get into to experience a good quality stretch, remembering that when we're stretching, we never go beyond the point of slight discomfort. So, that being said, let's start our breaths. Deeply breathing in and slowly breathing out. Breathing in. And as we breathe out, if you feel that you're loosening up, you can maybe go a little further into the stretch, only if you feel that you can. Take one final deep breath in, and a slow breath out. All right, everyone. That was our full body session. We've got something for our shoulders and our hips and our feet and our balance, a little bit for everyone today. If ever in my sessions there are some movements that you can't do, don't worry, keep watching the video. I'm sure there will be some exercises that you will be able to do. In fact, this is why I like splitting up the videos, the types of exercises I do in each session in the first place. Because some people have very much difficulty with their shoulders, either lifting them up or rotating them. Other people have difficulty twisting for various reasons. Other people have problems with their hip or their spine. So I like to cater to different subcategories so that if one session doesn't work for you, another one will. And I tend to label them appropriately in the title as well. If, however, there is something that's bothering you or something you would like to see more of, or something that a part of your body you'd like to get stronger in and you don't know how, and you'd like to see more from me in my videos to address that, just leave a comment below. I do read the comments and I take into consideration suggestions or questions. So feel free to give me all your questions and suggestions that you would like. But until the next time, I hope you have a great day, a great couple of days, and stay healthy. Bye everyone.